Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Morgan with Right at Home Realty, and here we go. We're going to talk about the Wednesday real estate update. First thing is, in Ontario, we're seeing stage 3 start to come in different regions, start to open up. And I think one of the big questions I'm starting to get is, what does that mean for the housing market? Does it affect things? How are things going to change? For the most part, in terms of for me and my job, we've been essential services really the whole time. So I think we're going to just continue to see a pickup like we have been doing, pickup in terms of transactions and how much activity is happening, and how much inventory is actually coming out onto the market. I think that we're going to see a steady increase, but that will really be told when we look at the numbers. And I know Market Watch usually comes out the first week of each month. So I'll know more about the July numbers beginning of August. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But definitely, as malls are opening, as patios have opened, restaurants are opening, again, the nice weather's out, people are peeking their heads out more. I definitely think that we are going to see an increase. I know I've personally seen an increase in more multiple offer scenarios, but we will see what happens. As always, you know, you kind of say stay safe through all of this. I know with phase 3 does mean for us that we will be allowed to probably host open houses again on our listings. And I think that we have to take this as a case-by-case basis. I mean, if you have an empty listing where there's not a family living there, you may want to have an open house, but I think that it's really to the comfort level of the agent. I mean, we have to still make sure that we're wiping everything down, that there's people are wearing their masks, that you're limiting the number of people that are coming into that open house. And if there is a family that is coming back to the house after the open house is over, you know, we really have to protect that family as well. So I think it'll be a case-by-case basis, and I think we'll really be up to everybody's comfort level on how that works. But in terms of I guess the policies, we will be allowed sooner than later, it would seem. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see how those things start to unfold. Now, another topic I wanted to get into, because I thought it was really interesting, is what does your dream home look like moving forward post-pandemic? Because it would appear things are starting to change. So Zoocasa had a survey out, and it was June 29th, 2020, and it showed that Durham region numbers went up 8%. This is as of June 29th, 2020. Halton region numbers went up 22%. And by the way, these numbers are going up for activity and for the amount of buyers coming out. A lot of the outskirts are seeing numbers rise for the number of buyers. However, at that same time, Toronto numbers right in the core went down 13%. So are all of a sudden people kind of going, oh, I'm going to move on the outskirts? Question is for you, actually. We'll see through the numbers, but I'm interested to see from your comments as well. Now, personally, I do not think that there will ever be really a lack of interest for the downtown core. It's quite sought after. But I do think that people really started to look into their own personal lives and maybe wanted to make some sort of a change. For example, I've spoken to people that maybe live in a condo, and that condo did not have a balcony. Now it's time to sell the condo without the balcony and buy a condo with the balcony. Or, you know what, I do live in a condo, but there's hundreds of people in this condo, and now I'm not as comfortable, so I'm looking for more of a boutique style condo with maybe 60 units inside instead of, you know, hundreds of units inside. Is that somewhat of a concern? No, I live downtown, I have a balcony. However, now I want a backyard. We need a bit more elbow room in this unit, as I now have to work from home and things have changed. And that's the other thing, is maybe your employment has changed. Maybe you are able to work from home and now you don't have to do that commute. So would you be open to now moving into the outskirts, you're not doing that hour and a half drive anymore because you have a home office, and that's just not a need for you to be downtown as much anymore. So people's needs are changing, and it's interesting to see what the requests are. I even heard someone talking about the idea of open concept homes changing a little bit, and this was actually a conversation that was had in Barron's online, and they were saying that the open concept design, which I personally love, however, needs a little bit of tweaking because now we always have to include, or should be thinking to include, a home office. And what if you have children at home? Are you doing home studies? Do you have to help your child that is now not going to school and is doing schooling online because of COVID-19? So you sometimes need, I hear people talking about renos. Now we're going to put the big barn door up and close this section off because privacy is needed, and we still are responsible to fulfill our obligations. So that is a topic that I thought was kind of interesting. How have your needs changed? Your dream homes have changed? I know even on the outside, like I personally, in our family, we have a backyard, but we even were like, let's change the landscaping here a little bit. And we got a fire pit, and it just became, we needed to make sure that while we weren't, none of these phases hadn't come through yet, and we really weren't exploring much outside of home for a while. So we had to ensure that we were enjoying our backyard. So are these things things you're thinking about as you're possibly looking to move, or just as you're dreaming about what your next home looks like? I look forward to your comments. Please tell me what your thoughts are of your dream home post-pandemic. And as always, everyone, stay safe. I'll talk to you next week, and we'll fill in next time for the real estate update. Take care. Bye.